Okay, coaches, before you take your first shots, or your students take their first shots, we want to make sure that you have techniques to help your students be successful on the range, and we're going to show you 4 different positions you can use to coach from. So I have a volunteer that's going to help me. She's starting out behind the waiting line. I'm going to blow 2 whistle blasts to get rifle. Get rifle and come on up. All right, we're going to start with the face-to-face position. I want you to go ahead and close the rifle, pretend that you've loaded, and then go ahead and shoulder. All right. So from the face-to-face, it's just what it says. I'm at the face-to-face of the student, and I'm able to see a bunch of different things here. One of the things, I can look at the position. I can look at, go ahead and aim the rifle if you will. We also can look at the rifle handset. We're looking at the position of the cheek on the comb of the rifle. I also can look at trigger squeeze. So when the shooter gets ready to squeeze the trigger, I can look at how slowly they're squeezing the trigger and if they're taking their time in that process. So the face-to-face position is the one we typically will start with when they take their first shots. Okay. All right, the next coaching position is behind the elbow. You can see I'm behind the elbow of the student. This is another good close position that you can look for a number of things. I can see follow through here of the shot. One of the things I can also see really well is the sight picture and the sight alignment. But I'm also able to look at which target they're aiming at to make sure they're on the correct target holder, and also the impact. With those shoot and see targets, we're able to see the impact of the shot. This is a great position to be able to see that. The next position we're going to move to is behind the student's back. So from this position, I can see really the foundation of the position, which is the first step. I can also see trigger squeeze in some cases here, and I can see the rifle hand set really well against their torso. The last coaching position is going to be well behind the student. So as a coach, this is a position you're going to be in a lot when you're running the range or target shooting practice. From this position, you can see the entire line and you can watch all of the students on the line at once. So in this case, on this particular student, I'm able to watch the student more of a holistic view of the student, so the proper position, checking to make sure they're on the correct target. But I'm also, what's important is I'm able to watch the entire line from well behind the student. In the Student Air Rifle program, we focus on positive reinforcement, and this helps students shoot for success. One of the techniques that we use is called CPR. The C stands for compliment, the P stands for positively correct, and the R stands for review. I'm going to put it into action and show you how we use CPR to help a student be more successful on the range. Okay, why don't you go ahead and walk me through the steps. Okay. We're sort of in this lesson 4, with 11 steps to air rifle success, and you're just learning. So go ahead and walk me through those steps.
Okay, position, charge the rifle, load it, then I shoulder the rifle, and then I've got my rifle handset, then I release the safety, trigger handset, aim, shot setup, shoot, and then follow through and make safe.
All right, so you worked through the steps. I first want to mention that you did a great job with your muzzle control. You've kept the muzzle pointed downrange the entire time. Great job on that. On the rifle handset, you notice how,
Yeah, it feels a little funny.
Yeah, so one of the things we want to work on is bend at the hip.
Okay.
All right, yeah, and then move that closer towards your torso,
Okay.
and you get you support. All right, you feel that?
Yeah, yeah.
Now go ahead and try to aim.
Okay. Oh yeah, much better.
I'm going to stay here, and we'll review that again. So walk through those steps one more time.
Okay.
Let's start over from rifle ready.
Okay. Position, charge rifle, load, load, shoulder rifle, rifle handset,
Nice, way to tuck that in.
release the safety.
So as you can see, the key is to focus on what you want the student to do. Compliment, positively correct, and review. If you do those 3 things, you're going to help your student shoot for success.